Hello and welcome back to Conquest of Elysium 5. We are playing as a bunch of druids wandering around the globe trying to connect all of our great forests together. And we've got a decent little circle around our main hut here hidden in the edge of the world. We're very, very potentially fragile if something comes out of the sea and attacks us, but I'm hoping that's not the case. Today, our goal is going to be, we have two keeps, a closed keep up here, and then Fort Righteous, an old castle ruin with a vampire on it. These both count as citadels, which gives us a fallback point if our hut ever gets taken. Currently, if our hut gets taken, we just lose the game. So I'd love to be able to get one of these extra citadels. Meanwhile, our druids are kind of going through and awakening all of these ancient forests around the map. The Forbidden Forests, the Grey Mercs. We have the ability to spawn animal armies now that are patrolling around as well, so we have some sort of natural defenses as we continue awakening up the world. We ended on an end turn. We'll start on an end turn, or at least on some battles, as we go up against a couple of dwarves with our giant moose and giant bears, casting all of our fun barkskin spells, poisoning them. I think that's a poison. Entangling them. Ah, when they turn green, they're entangled. It's very funny because we entangled them and then our moose and just like push them around. It's a tough position to be in. We have a bunch of these dwarves kind of all roaming around our areas. We have a hero without a name in one area. Random moose attacking boars. We're slowly sort of taking over control of these forests. So we do need to cast... Oh, we have a Heart of the Forest here already. In the Grey Mercs. Yes. So this guy needs to come down to this wood, also this wood. One giant moose and 16 other moose. Who's got the best spell for befriending? I feel like it's this guy. Yeah, you have command beasts. So I'm actually probably going to have to send him over there first. Which means we'll go like this with you. We'll go... this with you. And yes, that's right. Our other army went through this portal on the top of the mountain only to discover that it was a portal to the elemental plane of air and promptly got thrown about by a bunch of griffins and killed very quickly. Wow, how dare these dwarves attack the animals of the woods. Giant centipedes are attacking some of our tree men and our vines. And honestly, it looks like they are going to be very successful in that attack. Dang. How is this ancient forest right here? Well, thankfully Turgus is about to come in there and clean them up. We'll kill those dwarves just because they're in the way. Now, we could get a vertebrate, a leader of the humans. I don't really know what these guys do, though, because they're not even casters. Can they do anything? No, they are just, like... kind of neutral commanders. How bizarre. Well, we can give him the army for now until we have something a little bit better to go with him. A little bit warrior to go with him. We'll slaughter these dwarves and just keep on moving on. Have I seen a moon IRL? IRL or in Conquest of Elysium? I'm not sure what we're considering IRL anymore. I'm a little curious what this red bar means. If it means like there's an enemy there, or if it means like we're about to retake that zone. Or just like was an enemy spotted there recently. Possibly. I tell you what we don't have is a scout in that army. There's a Heart of the Forest though. Dude, I'm gonna make this risk. I'm gonna see if he can take those boars. I'm gonna have you do a major animal summoning, though I actually think you probably need some more mythic beasts. Probably a combination of everything. We're making 200 herbs a turn now, so. Forbidden Forest, also known as Nurgle's Garden. Will you try Nomad Druid rabbits with animal armies for Age of Wonders? I'm probably going to do some cool nature stuff. I've been wanting to do a nature thing in Age of Wonders for a very long time, so with the new expansion, it seems like it would be a bit of a natural choice. All right, this is potentially, if this goes bad, if he does not cast Befriend Animal a lot and succeed. Okay, very good. We got the giant moose. Two more moose. I don't think he's close enough to befriend the ones. There's another one. There's two more. Okay, I think we thinned out a lot of our weaker units, but we did get a lot of troops from that. A green enchantress. Forest magic. Well, you're in the right spot, lady. You're gonna cast Lord of the Wild. You're gonna summon some mythic beasts. You're gonna summon some minor animals. It didn't work so well. You are gonna plant some Forest Guardians. Tree of Crows. Okay. Basically, I want like Forest Guardians, Heart of the Woods, and the one that also just like summons creatures. Ideally, all of those at the same time on all of these locations. Which, you know, sometimes a little easier said than done. I could get an actual chieftain now. Though part of me is also like, is this guy any better? He does have local leadership, so I think I will add him to that squad. So this is not a big army, but it's an army that's big enough that I can keep these like market villages from falling into enemy hands. Snakes. Okay. Great. So you've got that cast there. You can now go over here and cast it. Obviously, I also want those hydras, but all things with due time. Love how we've had attempts at apocalypse movies on the premise of a nuclear volcanic winter, but have we had anything that blamed an ecological disaster to render the planet unhospitable? Yeah, I guess the day after tomorrow. Certainly be what I would think, though that was not a particularly good movie. Yeah, you're coming in there. You're coming in there. No action points left. No action points left. At some point, I gotta take all these giant morals, but Everything in due time, I guess. Zombie apocalypse, nice and all, but the premise of a hospitable-ish planet. I mean, I guess, I don't know, Last of Us is kind of also... I don't really know what causes the stuff in The Last of Us, having not really played the game. But it does seem like that's a bit of like nature taking back in a weird way. Black Hounds. So he's got 2 Black Hounds now. You got a bunch of Wyverns. That is all my herbs. So all these guys have Hearts of the Forest, and that guy's got a Heart of the Forest. So your next goal is that. And your next goal is these. Of which I decided I think I'm going to go through these swamps just to pick them up for extra loot. Grab my market village back as well. Probably kill that roaming army. It's interesting the way that the computer is like moving around these tiny little groups. I mean, I could teleport. I wonder, can I teleport to a Shadow Wood? Probably not, hey? Like, I guess it'd be nice, but... Too many dwarves moving around, man. These are just like the little animal fights that we have going on. 16 units, a white wizard, swordsman, and vellies. We're 17. Spear of the Forest. Can be used to cast Poison Bind in combat. I don't know if I win that is the problem. Maybe just stay there for the turn? See if we can't get them to come towards us. Yeah, all right. They don't want to fight us. We got grizzly bears fighting undead. Coal mine up here. We can definitely grab that. You're out of movement. You could fight them. Oh, there's an iron mine here. That's what they keep fighting over. I guess that does make some sense. Yeah, she's summoning a lot of wolves. That's a pretty cool character, though. Just being able to summon wolves, wolf after wolf, every round. I'm really curious, if I take this mine, will they attack me? Because they'll definitely kill me right now if they do. I think. You're going to grab this one. And then I guess you're going to just move up into those trees. I think these are all our grizzly bears in the woods now, which is pretty nice. And perfect. We are at the grove here. So we can start summoning units down here as well. So like it's becoming more difficult for them to move through these forests. Now we'll block off this southern path as well. Be nice. This game confuses me so much because the guys you play as is red, but normally red means bad. Well, red is often also player one though. In some traditional colorings. Oh man. Chest wound and a never healing wound. All right, well, you're probably dead. My human army's not doing so well. Druid armies tend to be doing okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Solar rays. Dude, that guy deleted me. Ivako, the Beast Knight. Alright, well, I guess. With some beast cavalry. Do I even bother fight these dwarves? I guess. Might as well. Magic flowers. That sounds good. Honestly, for us, that sounds really good. What are magic flowers? And who has them? Start of battle, summon 1d2 Venus traps. No, Turkus needs that spirit ring for sure. Maybe I can put it on the scout. What do you have? Slash resistance and ethereal. Let's do that. So my scout gets slash resistance. Actually, you know, man, I should probably give like the giant boar slash resistance. That makes way more sense. He is sort of like the main guy in my army. And then Turgus is ethereal and summons Venus flytraps. I like that. Red's the worst color, the color of communism. It's the color of the wog. I guess, yes, also color of corn. True. I do love corn. And I don't just mean corn, I do also mean corn. A heat wave has struck the land and forest fires are starting everywhere. Oh no. Burning. I don't like that. That doesn't sound like something I like. I am going to revive this ancient forest, though. Recuperating ancient forest. Bunch of forest fires down there as well. Bit of an odd flex, but you do you. It's funny how they keep like making me see the tiny little fights that are happening as well. Yeah, so I guess because it's recuperating. Trees and plants will start to grow anew. The animals and beasts that will live and breed in the blooming forest. It takes time to cast and even longer to take effect. 2 woodsmen. That's a really bad summon. I'm going to give this guy Grand Mastery. We have 600 right now. He also picked up Fairy Paths. Okay. Pick up another grizzly bear. And a bunch of rabbits. All right. Part of me just wants to give this guy cavalry. You know? That's 6 cavalry plus him, 7 cavalry. We're getting a tiny bit of coal in iron in. He gets 4 movement with all that, which is pretty damn good. Am I enslaving rabbits? They're actually just signing up to join the battle. They're like super okay with what we're doing. Oh no, you have a woodman, don't you? Yeah, you do. I'm gonna have to go back into that forest and get rid of you. You could get rid of him. Let's take that hamlet back. That I probably can't do, but unfortunately I've positioned myself in such a way that I'm probably going to die. Glad we spent all that money recruiting cavalry. Yep. God damn it. Magic stones. Man, wizards are everything in this game. I actually don't think I'm going to spend any money anymore unless it's on apprentice druids. Because it really don't seem like it's worth it otherwise. You guys could probably take that vampire castle on. I mean, I still will recruit basic troops, but... Can I kill the vampires? I think so. Oh, no, no, no. She's going for my citadel. I'd never reach her. I have to go for this vampire. Could I kill a frost dragon? 3 armor, 107 HP. Icy breath in a narrow cone. Tail sweep in a full sweep. Bites that do 26 damage. I'm gonna say probably not. The way to defeat a dragon is to hit it and then hit it again. Oh, and to not freeze. The other factions now hold more than one location that can spawn units and heroes to command said armies. How come I don't get other units? I mean, I guess I could just sit here and spend a bunch of time summoning up stuff so I could take on this dragon. And I guess that's the right choice. Oh, maybe she isn't going to my hut. But maybe she is. I do think I'm going to try that, and I really hope it goes well for me. You would summon a lot more if you were on an actual ancient forest. Here we go. Vampire fight. Vampires versus moose. What is that? Cloud of death or weakness? Weakness. Strength and damage decreased by 2. Whoa. Lord of the Wild. Sick. He just summoned a bunch of wolves behind them. Oh, and apparently this giant moose can just climb up the walls. That vampire is kicking the tar out of him, but... Nope. Giant moose wins. Gloves of the Forest. Soul contract with Abaddon, the Sword of Heroes. That's some good stuff right there. What does that look like? Sword of Heroes. Magic resistance +2. Gloves of the Forest. Poison resistance 100. And a soul contract with Abaddon. Summon a demonic locust at the start of battle. Cursed item. Well, I hope that's a good thing for us. Poison vine growth. I feel like that's maybe better than Briar Cage. Briar Cage is Entangle, burst 9. This is Entangle and Poison, burst 25. So, yeah. Classic moves, right? Slow to cast. Slow to cast, I think, is okay, though. So we can recruit here, right? Yeah, we can recruit brigands. Which is not that great, but... What else do we get here? Farsight, siegeable location. If any of the armies have siege weapons, they are used at the start of all battles. Fortification with a wooden gate. Gonna summon some rabbits. A rabbit familiar. And another rabbit familiar. Wasn't very good, dude. But rabbits and rabbit familiars are different. He says... Yes, rabbit familiars for some reason have 6 magic resistance. And 2 extra morale compared to 1. I have to assume that rabbit familiars maybe can have spells cast through them or something. And they do 1 damage? Okay. Alright, man. I'm gonna actually look up here a little bit. Swamp ghosts. Forests. Strange portals. At least we have a fallback citadel now. I feel a lot better about that. Might take a hit when they're ambushed. Oh, the rabbits, yeah. Iron Bog. Well, that could be good to have. Tell you what, you're gonna go here. I can teleport from here up here, and then I can have this start summoning animals as well. You know, our forests are filled with grizzly bears right now. On top of that, Yeah. This spell does also seem to occasionally recruit other creatures as defense, which is kind of nice. Spring is here. The springing has sprung. Oh, this Academy of Higher Magic is also a citadel. Is this library a citadel? No. But I kind of would like to have it. It's going to have some slingers to defend that, so that it is not completely open. You're getting snake trapped. Oh, my moose are trying to go for these mushrooms. This is actually awesome because I did not want to fight these. And I feel like I made the right decision not doing that. If I could be frank with you. Okay, buddy, you need to, fairy path up here. The good news is at least like we haven't cast anything for a while, so I'm sitting on quite a few herbs. I could in fact unlock more major rituals. We'll get a bare-chested scout. Where did I just recruit that? The hut. I guess it can be good to have a commander, but I don't know. I don't really feel like we need them. Crit system makes it that the 1 damage rabbit can inflict 20 damage if they are really lucky. Aha. So the rabbit strategy does exist. That's good to know. Oh my god, our snakes. How did they turn a moose? Oh. A wealthy merchant has arrived, but I don't know how to shop at him. Tent village. Wow, that takes a long time to recuperate. So, Lord of the Wilds. Ritual Grand Mastery is now only 300. Call Primal Being. This druid calls one of the beings that roamed Elysium at the dawn of time. Can only be called from the primal plane. He creates a temporary gate to the primal plane on an ancient forest, allowing the beast to pass over. Well, obviously, I want to do that. Like, that sounds like a great idea. Interesting. That's a lot of dwarves. Shrooms can be deadly. Don't exactly want to fight them without poison immunity, and preferably some psychological immunity as well. Warhammer 3 is adding a tiger people as a unit option. Another cafe lord. Yeah, I do believe Cafe and the Monkey King are probably coming next. Seems to be the popular belief. That is just 2 heroes. I feel like I gotta kill you, dude. Sorry, but... like, definitely wrong place, wrong time. So now these guys, if they want to get through, they have to get through all these moose and grizzly bears and boars. Yeah, look at this. All this stuff is like full of guys. And if I'm lucky, these guys will also start coming out and start trying to do things like take these iron mines. What the hell is that? An earth elemental. Cool. Cool. It's cool as hell. Yeah, we spank those dwarves. These dwarves sneak through. I really don't understand where these guys are coming from. So many of these armies. What are you? Val the Cultist. Blood, Boil, and Pain. Harlequins, Scouts, Ice Imps, Shades, Bone Imps, Fiery Imps. I think this is my base, my home base. Buddy, you don't have any spells you could cast, dude. Demonologist, maybe, yeah. Picking up several mines. Dude, you turning everybody to trees doesn't do a lot when those trees ain't doing anything. Numbness. Whoa, shooting thorns. Alright, that's a problem. Where the hell was that? That was the Wood of Many Paths. Where did this dude come from? Did he teleport? Like, did he do the thing that I have? Like the Druid path? Comes through a portal, maybe? Starting to think I'm gonna need more bigger things. Also starting to think if I can't find an ancient forest up here, my main army is gonna be stuck. Well, actually, I don't even know if it is my main army at this point. 250. Tell you what, just summon some more vines here for now. Fairy circle. I mean, that's unfortunate. That was a really well defended location. Gonna defend Fort Righteous a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, they must have done some shenanigans to get in there. What game is the music? I'll check it out really quick. It's from Outward. It's a very great soundtrack. I'm going to move up here. That's a spider thicket. Well, I mean, spider thickets are more woods at least. You are going to summon a primal being. The God of War. Isus, the God of War. He's got 155 HP and 10 magic resistance. He has an Axe of Lords, which gives him charm immunity. Magic, armor negating. Cast spell, Warrior Wards 3, Druidism level 2. Befriend animal, Briar Cage, Domestication. Only affects animals. 3 strikes, range 5. So probably you can skip Befriend Animal and take Tanglevine. Warrior Ward. You have Fortitude, Toughness, Spirit of Luck, Toughness, Legion of Stone, and Battle Fortune. Special Luck, 25 units. That is luck 9 units. That is armor all units. +1 armor. This is slash resistance, blunt resistance, piercing resistant, burst 5. Armor +1. Oh, well. I guess maybe I will give you toughness then. Armor all, luck 25. Then you have a toughness burst 5 and a toughness single target. Maybe take fortitude instead of toughness. I don't know if those will stack. The druids gathering in the wood revere and command the beasts living there, but there are other powers in the ancient wilds than mere animals. Lost for millennia, these ancients are alluded to in the legends of the self-proclaimed priests of the wild. Should these beings actually exist, and even worse, be summoned to Elysium, they might pose a threat to our glorious empire in Elysium as we know it. While the druids claim to be peaceful shepherds of wild animals, we could easily prove them wrong. Druids with deeper initiation tell of heathen gods drenched in the blood of war. While most druids gather and command animals, some have called beasts only heard of in legends to their side. This could implicate that the druids could actually summon the ancient giants they call gods. The one called the god of the war might be extra troubling, was he to actually be summoned to Elysium. Did I get the best possible roll here? Other planar immortality. If this unit should be slain, it will reform back on its home plane. The process will also rid the being of any magic bindings, like being under the control of a demonologist. To kill the being permanently, it must be slain on the primal plane. The Sky and Agartha are close to Elysium and will count as being on the Elysium plane regarding immortality. Back on the home plane, the being will heal afflictions over time. Charm immunities, 2 experience. He's a combat caster, so he can cast spells while engaged in melee combat. He's giant-sized, so he can climb over walls. And he's a ritual caster. Oh. Well, that's pretty damn good. Kind of thinking about letting that druid go off and do things and have Isis just in charge of this entire army now. You appear to be slowed. No, I guess it's just because you got summoned. I could fairy path down here. You know what? That's actually probably a good idea. And then summon a giant centipede. Why not? We're gonna punch a bunch of spiders. Game is so deep, I only beat it as the knight and the dwarves. I mean, we just took a random roll and got druid, and I've been very happy with it. It feels like a lot of fun. Very fitting. Fairy circles, if you stop on them at a certain time, will teleport your army to a random ancient forest. Interesting. Well, great opportunity to attack these dudes. He's got to deal with all the horrors that I have left around for him. Giant enemy crab. Crab battle! Let's move you into there. He says, I want you to just attack him. And I want to see how that goes. You are a god of war. I want you to do what you do, which is war. This is the huge spider thicker fight. Seems like okay. I mean, I'll be honest, like, I feel like our main druid, not that great. All right, Isis. Ding dong. Lots of fortitudes and tangle vines. I'd love it if you cast the spell that's like everybody gets +1 armor. Trample doing work. We found a Ring of Shadows. 1,000 Medicine Bowl. Anybody else want to try their luck against the God of War? Demonologist, one of those fun classes that can bring about the end of the world. I like that there's a few classes that can do that. What are his rituals? Still a druid, yeah. Could a tier 3 druid open a portal to that plane? It's possible. We might also just be able to find a portal to that plane. I imagine... I guess my question now is, like, if he dies, do we stay in control of him? Like, will he just respawn on the primal plane and we'll be in control? Or is it like we also count as, like, a demonologist in regards to this? 1,000 Medicine Bowl. Apothecary +1. And fast heal. Well, that seems very helpful. Fast healing unit will be fully recovered from non-fatal damage in at most 2 months. Battle afflictions are also healed, but can take more months. And you picked up a Ring of Shadows. Summon 3 1d3 +1 shades and get dark magic +1 and +1 magic resistance. Cool. Definitely let's kill these guys. Especially since they're in a forest. Iron Bug. Honestly, I would love to summon some messenger crows up here and do some scouting, so I think I'll do that on his next turn. Honk honk. My big boars. I got some big troops in here. But not enough. I like this combat log a lot more than the one in Dominions. It's much easier to read. Like, I feel like I actually know what's happening in combat. Especially when it comes to spellcasting. Cool. Earth Elemental. Dusted. Wow, he just blew up that wolf so fast. Like, if he cast Earthquake, be very cool. Druid's one of the more OP factions, actually, yeah. Need a path back to your plane, and also I think being yours means you'd be hostile to independence of the plane. Oh, that's true. Most planes are disconnected. Cool. Well, I look forward to learning more about the planes. Yeah, 2 boars are not going to do a lot here. Nice of them to try, though. Dang. I should just summon some birds. They're going to steal my ancient forest. Okay, so this is a situation where actually I'm going to take you out. Because then you can just go take this back and start casting things. And this guy can go on whatever his warpath looks like. I want to say let's take these mines back in this ancient temple. That feels like maybe a good use of his mighty, mighty powers. Found Outward, have it on Steam, not installing. Not sure if I'll enjoy it on laptop, plan to get to PC. Also Outward 2 coming soon. Outward 1's still good, I will say. Very good on a controller. Would recommend on a controller. Yeah, you guys are post. These little animal fights. So, okay, it's still recuperating. I need you to get some crows up here, dude. I feel like I don't know what's happening on the map right now. Nice. So he can now do Lord of the Wild and Heart of the Forest, which is super helpful. Okay, you guys have 11 units. You guys have 5 and 5. Are brigands any good? Bow and staff. Really. What I like about the old castle ruins is at least it's like got a gate. So I'm more inclined to recruit people here. Messenger crows. Messenger crows. Please find me more forests. That is what you are designed to do. In the meantime, you are going to start doing things like summoning mystic beasts. A sacred moose? The white moose, king of the beasts, a magnificent animal, splendor so great it would be impossible to willingly hurt this most magnificent beast. If he tries to feed on you, it would be best to remain still so you do not disturb it when it is eating. However, the sacred moose has the same weakness as the unicorn, namely it likes young girls? Oh, Jesus, canceled. So to kill a sacred moose, you should distract it in a similar manner with a young girl and then strike it in the back before you realize how magnificent it is. Primal node, 1 animal per month. This unit will exude the force of the primal world into its surroundings. Nearby animals will be able to become noble primal animals if they expose themselves to the forces of the primal world. What? What? Okay. Hella cool. Sacred Moose is one of my best units. I mean, it sounds like it just upgrades every moose. All right, homies, we gotta push through these spiders. Take back that farm. Get that mine. Get that mine. Kind of hoping to pick up, like, summon better animals. Moose! Snakes. Bigger snake. Hate how few herbs we make in the winter time. Okay, you're gonna just kill those spiders. Okay, these dwarfs are gonna come up here and insist on being killed. The Dwarven City. That's their capital. That's Himala the Davala, the Ant Queen herself. So she's a ritual caster. Stationary. Interesting. Mountain moves. Spawns monsters. Local iron bonus. Local gold bonus. Dwarf magic level 2. What else do you have? Ballista. You have a bunch of ballistas. But you really don't have that many guys defending you here. You do have an enchanted gate. dun, dun, dun. Runesmith, a dwarf commander. She's gonna keep spawning troops every single time, so I'm just gonna attack her. Because I think this would knock the dwarfs completely out of play. At least that's my understanding of how this works. There we go. Major animal summoning. Trying to get this guy's army back up. So did something else become like primal because of this now? Primal node, 1 animal per month. How do I know if something has become primal? I guess is a big question that I have. The moose did. Primal moose. Oh. Okay, so it just becomes like a better version of it. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even rabbits can be upgraded? That I like. I like that a lot. I'm gonna put a hornblower in here. Killing those spiders. I don't know what that fight is. How do I have this piece of forest already? Not really going to complain, but I like that there's a forest right next to their capital, so I can just like get a bunch of troops here before moving in. You're going to do major animal summoning. That was cool. I didn't know it would trigger twice like that. Snack. Rabbit. So your army is rebuilding quite quickly now. You're kind of wounded, but not that badly. I'll take this village back, probably that iron mine and this hamlet, and then explore down here a little bit. A primal giant moose. Oh, the crows capped it. You're right. I keep forgetting that they can cap things. So useful. This lady's a fool, man. I'm on her doorstep and she just keeps sending out more dwarves. My birds! Killed by spiders. Okay. I was like, that's not very good. Moose. Deer. That should be enough for me. So we'll attack her next turn and get rid of her. Y'all gotta get rid of yous. So this leads to the sky domain, hey? Interesting. So the sky is actually just literally the sky. So it's not really like a portal to the other world so much as it is just a really tall mountain. Oh, I see. So probably I can stand on the spire, but these clouds I probably cannot stand on. That makes sense. Let's just keep summoning some reinforcements here. Just to give us a little extra something something. And I'd like to get these hamlets back as well. You can attack him. Technically portal to another realm. Technically clouds are land for the purpose of the sky realm. Oh, okay, cool. No more primal animals? Oh, I mean, I want to summon more of these gods and stuff. It's just they're so expensive. Definitely, you know, worth their weight in gold, but... right now, I just need to build up that guy's army again, so... summertime. One might even say that the living is easy. Alright. Let's see if we can kill her. Grab that back. Grab that back. There, grab that hamlet. And that mine. And then we're off to the races. Dwarven City. Do they get 15 rounds of ballista fire? Didn't realize that was how that worked. Oak army, okay. Poison vine growth. Okay, so they're like all poisoned. She's casting smokeless flame. Our wyverns and our centipedes are on the wall. So is our ants. Basically all of our creatures can climb, so... and they're all poisoned, so... I actually feel pretty good about this. Davala's dead, so... a deer has found a magic item. Are you dead, dwarves? Stuff are attacking some of my bases. I don't know. It's a great question. Sick. Okay, so the Dwarven City is ours. So we get Iron Income 3, Fortification 2, Citadel, Income not adversely affected by snow, and +3 gold. Let's obviously put some slingers on this wall to start. We lost a lot of troops in that fight. We lost like all of our big guys in that fight. But you'd normally get a pop-up, yeah, when they're dead. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's summon some wolves. And then let's summon some more wolves. Well, at least they shouldn't be coming from the north anymore. Theoretically. It's a step in the right direction. It is also another major citadel. So at least we have, like, you know, kind of a fallback point. Let's recruit. Oh, Druid's Apprentice. Oh my God. Yes, please. Yes, please. Griffins. Wolves. All right, I'm ready to leave and try to get myself back to... This has become a full ancient forest now as well, so that's great. What are you good at? Vine arrow, poison arrow. Let's get her some minor animals. And then we'll cap this stuff back. Yeah, here's some dwarves. I don't really want to fight just one of you, but I guess otherwise you're going to go and cap all this stuff. Because that's all it takes is a single unit. Chris Lord, how you doing, dude? Get a lot of herbs. Time for more gods? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it's summertime. So if we save up a little bit, we could probably get one more god. Can I play as the dwarves and kill the haughty elves? Absolutely you can. Okay, I see her sneaking up the edge there. I don't like it. Boy, all of this is not great to move around. This is an enemy bear. I want to get to that forest so I can cast some decent spells here. Ah, this is you got to be on a forest to cast this stuff. I don't want to take any units out of this fort. I like the way it's defended right now. So I think I'm just going to do this for the moment. You're absolutely going to attack that army. Then you basically go for that next. There's 3 spider thickets right here that would be nice to get rid of because it would stop spawning enemies in this area as well. I guess Turgis could do that on the way back down because we'd also pick up all those trees. What do we do here? Trample, trample, trample. Dong, dong. I'm okay with that. Tell me more about Esoteric. You know, very ugly graphics. Very hard to get into. Was seemingly hard to get into. I would actually say this one's pretty easy to get into, especially compared to Dominions. Though people feel like, I guess it's not. I mean, certainly they feel like the Dominions is hard to get into, and I don't blame them there at all. All right, you're in the right spot now. You've killed those guys. I do want to take that Academy of Higher Magic, but what I'm going to just do instead is look for a forest down here. An ancient forest, preferably. Is it spring? No, it's autumn. And we got a lot of forests, which is nice. Can I recruit up in the Dwarven City just some warriors? We're even making like a good income right now, which is cool. More scouts. Probably could use some more scouts. Probably could use some more birds. Never really feels like we have enough birds. Let's get rid of Animate Tree and take Befriend to Animal again because it's really good. And I should be casting it way more often. You can just move it to them. Oh, nice. We caught her army out with their pants down. You're going to take a Ritual of Mastery, giving you level 3 spells. Level 2 spells, I should say. We got Alchemist's Armor. Those deer are just like passing along their amulets. I skipped this fight? I wish I hadn't. Because, man, I lost a lot of guys. I didn't realize quite how many we did. You know, I bet if I cast a summoning spell in a spider thicket, I'll get some really good spiders. It's pretty disappointing about how much summons here. All right, I'm probably gonna have her just explore a little out this way for now. So early game's the most difficult for the most part. Yeah, once you snowball in your own way, you're in the mid game. The run is still not yours at that point, though. I mean, it does seem like the computer can also snowball in really disgusting ways. That is what scares me. All these forests have such interesting coloration. Yeah, he still keeps like stealing all my hamlets. It's funny because it's like forests are not valuable for most other people, but for us, they very much are. Yeah, 100%, man. Major summoning, giant spiders, poison serpents. I'm gonna do it again. Giant mantis. Okay, I thought I'd get more spiders, but we'll start grabbing the rest of that after. You gotta pop in there. Not a lot of luck down that way. You're not a big army. But you can at least scout for me. Build a wall. I mean, I'm trying to build a wall of forests. I think the biggest issue is I can't plant forests, or at least I haven't figured out how to plant forests. Would perhaps be more accurate. But if I can, oh buddy, watch out. Okay, so the dwarves are now coming from the left to the west. Nice. Springtime, baby. Let's go. Springtime's the best time for us. I know this is expansive, but I need backup right now. The guy doesn't have an army at all. Meow, 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 meow. Overrun. Wow, we don't get that often. These seem really good. Griffins. Flying acute senses. That was so much poison. Okay, it also seems like dwarves are spawning down here. I cannot get over how good they all are at sneaking through my territory and just taking everything. Giant snails. Leogryphs. Amphitheaters and monster boars. Someone in his army has... Oh no, someone in the northern army has what I'm thinking. The potion. A deer has it. Part griffin, part lion. The griffin's love of high mountains and builds its nest there. Unfortunately, the lion part gave it the inability to fly or climb mountains. That does not seem like the best creature, but okay. We'll see how that goes. Ooh, the Red Keep. There are 13 creatures here, mostly archers. Have we met this guy? Let's take that coal mine. Just because we can. Ah, look at all this money I have. Slingers and Venus traps. Get some warriors over there. Hold on to some cash. Damage over time stacks expire during battle, so your frontline big boy that didn't take much damage, he died to poison or fire stacks before the battle ended. Guy just poisoned my own moose. Those giant snails are not that giant. I thought they were going to be gianter. Yeah, I don't like them taking all my hamlets. This is what I do like. It's the forest rising up. I think he killed one unit. Excuse me, spiders. I just killed you there. Please do not retake that location. What do you have? 144 units. I'm gonna have to do a couple more majors here, I think. Maybe 2 majors and a mythic. Alright, I think this guy's army's ready to go now. Bakemono in a citadel. Okay. I'm just gonna climb over this mountain right now, dude. Where are all my ancient forests? That's what I want to know. My birds, spiders. I mean, that's being traded back and forth between those guys over and over again. Looks like the Bakemono also just got attacked for that citadel. By, ooh, a very big army. This is the witch. Yakut the Hag. Cool. This was one of the ones that people were voting for. Pikeneer. So you have a bunch of pikes and spearmen, and then you have like swamp monsters, hydra hatchlings, toads. And then a bunch of Androphogs? It's like sort of nomadic guys. You have a swamp thing? And a magic cat familiar. With hedge magic. Cool. You also have a swamp ghost. Yeah, alright. I bet that witch is cool as hell. Ambushed! Graveyard and a fire dragon, Stone Spire Castle. So same problem. I probably don't really want to fight him if I don't have to. I guess we'll retake our hamlets. Oh, this is my ambush. Nice. She turned one of the ghosts into a tree. Damn. What a play. Map size is the second biggest one. I wanted to like limit ourselves a little bit, but not too badly. All right, we're gonna have to kill those spiders and then move on those spiders. There is our trading post back. Look who I found. A dwarven big mama and a silver mine. Oop. Trying not to run into that hag. Get run into anyway. Oh, the hag has way less troops here now. Ooh, what are you? Cavalry riding dinosaurs? Everybody's asleep. Oh yeah, this is... That's a rough go. That's a big army there. Jill's the demonologist has been eliminated, slain by independence. All right, I know those spiders just went north, but I can't move that fast. You have 38 units. I don't know if you have a big enough army for this, but we're going to give it a shot. I see our music has stopped. So we're going to restart this wonderful soundtrack again. Second army. Oh, that was the second army for the hag. Oh, yeah. Horror Mantis. What are you guys? Spiked arms. Come on, music. What's going on here? Work with me. Work with me, baby. Once again, we're listening to the soundtrack from Outward today. YouTube's being cranky. I've noticed it's been really cranky the last couple of weeks. Here we go. Evasion, fast amphibian, wall climbing, sleep immunity. Just more horrific monsters. More army herdies. Still no army ends the horrors. 31. You are 1 queen, but then 12 ballista. I'm gonna go for it. I would not go in. I mean, it's probably not a good idea, but I want to know. But hey, content. My thought was maybe that he could cast the armor spell so they wouldn't do so much damage, and I actually kind of forgot that they get all their attacks before I'm allowed to cast any spells. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're allowed to attack. Yeah, you took a lot of damage there, buckaroo. Just kill her. Yes. Okay. Okay. And then the spider thickets. Oh my god, the dwarves are still alive, dudes. Attacking our moose in a forest. Oh no, the horrors came after me. Okay, okay, all right. Barely. Barely alive. We did get a silver mine out of it, which is a lot of money. You summoned goats. More goats. Okay, I don't know that those goats are the best thing. A single goat is cowardly and sometimes even friendly. Some farmers keep a few captured goats and use them for milk. It's important to never let goats gather in numbers because in a group they are brave and could gang up on their captor. That's why farmers seldom have more than 3 goats, which seems to be a number that keeps them sufficiently cowed. Now, I wish they got a buff for being in like a horde of goats. Do we still have the... No, we don't. The primal moose. That is sad. All right, look, they're eventually going to take these tickets back, but I can't really do anything about it, so let's just get the heck out of here and start moving back down south. Head our way to Valadon, and at least we can, like, rejoin, I don't know, the battles. The battles. Just a swarm of beasts. It's very funny to just see them roll over stuff. Yeah, we'll head down here. We'll grab this hamlet. I could go through that portal, but I don't feel like it's a way to stay alive. Instead, I'm going to go into that ancient forest. Temple pyramid. This is a siegeable location at a temple, but nobody is inside of it? Or do I just not have a scout? I have a scout. I also have enough money to summon another god, so I'm going to do that next turn for sure. I like that it's like one time we got attacked by this guy who just like came through with a bunch of demons. And we've never seen him since. We have no idea where in the world he lives. But we know that he showed up and just like kind of messed up one of our spots really bad. Call primal being. A beholder? Oh. Oh my god. This floating being is highly intelligent and likely to make its lair in ancient forests where the power lines flow strongly, or in deep mines where there's plenty of gold and gems. The beholder often surrounds itself with enslaved guards from races stupid enough not to flee it in time. Other than floating over power lines, it's believed that the beholder likes gold much like dragons. Like dragons, it also enjoys eating both deer and dwarves when it gets hungry. In practice, it's probably mostly dwarves because it gets less hungry when it's floating over the power lines in an ancient forest. This guy has got a lot of spells. Storm, Frost, Command, Black Serpent. I think I have a ring of Black Magic as well, which would give him Black Magic level 3. He gets Combustion, Ring of Flames, Lightning Resistance, Swiftness, Poison Bolts, Hydra's Blessing, Poison Mist, Frozen Heart, Icicle, Encase in Ice, and Blizzard. Entire battlefield. Confusion, Hold, Enslave, and Bewilderment. Confusion, Decay, Terror, and Disintegrate. Well, I mean, if you have 2 confusion spells, probably let's take Decay here. 10 magic resistance, 1 armor, back row, library mastery. Oh my god. Are you telling me if I get this Academy of Higher Magic? Oh, This guy has a different thing here called Chop and Burn. Interesting. Dark magic friend. Friendly cold? Yeah, Ring of Shadows, dark magic +1. How do I do this? Like that? Oh, he has black magic, not dark magic. But it kind of sounds like he can have every magic. Very nasty commander unit that can upgrade at the libraries. So you're just telling me we have to keep him alive in order to do that. Well, I tell you what, I think he's going to join Volcensus. You just have a bunch of goats. Can we move you one and then I guess... You know what, I'm going to try to get you better spells, but it's going to fail miserably. Called forth the bee holder. Oh, we're going to hold so many bees. We go to bees in the trap. 31 units. Serpent Acolyte and a bunch of those dudes. I don't know if we win that fight, but we're going to find out one way or the other. I need many more units. Not woodmen. Not woodmen, I said. Come on. Woodmen are so slow. I don't want them in my army. Singular wolf. Alright, we gotta summon mythic beasts with him now. I'm gonna take this magic treasure. A serpent amulet. Poison resistance 100. Ah, there's the fairy circle. This is also a temple. Chance of certain recruitment offers. I don't really understand how that works, because it feels like we're always recruiting the same troops, but... Alright, this actually looks pretty bad for us. See how our magic does, really. Big entangle. Big entangle. Big entangle. I think we're dead. Narrow. Elder Druid casts no spells. Why would you cast no spells? Because I have Befriend Animal on? And not something you can actually use? Vine Arrow. Alright. I'm going to get rid of Vine Growth. Wild Growth. I'm going to keep Poison Vine Growth. And I'm going to take Animate Tree and Vine Arrow. We'll leave Befriend Animal off. I guess I'm out of scouts. Sacred Moose. Sacred Moose. Boars. Boars. Piggly Wigglies. Farmer's Refuge. Also, this is a citadel that nobody lives in? Okay, I'm really confused about this part of the map, but... I think I'm going to take this army, and I'm going to attack the Academy of Higher Magic. It's a real hard gamble. They have 2 spellcasters in here. Dawn Magic, Wizardry, and Iron Arcana. But if I do kill them, I mean, the loot would be insanely valuable. Okay, this is not bad. Excellent. We are on this ancient forest that we built ourselves. So we can now help out our homies. We'll take the Farmer's Refuge. Yes, please. I'll put some slingers in here to start. Right, I can only recruit once a month. We'll start marching down with you. Game utterly lacks autosave, but not regular save. Yes, I did discover there was a regular save, and I was like, oh, what a surprise. Build up game knowledge. It can help to save the game every now and then. All right, you say this. We'll go Druid 2. So this guy here, I want to do Hard Forest. So now we own this forest. And... then I want you to cast Lord of the Wild next turn. Oh, cool. So the witches own dead forests. But we have to own regular forests. Oh, that's a neat little effect. I like that it's like every different group has different things that they want. You know, the dwarves have been way more concerned about the mines. I think the dwarves upgrade their units based on how much iron they have access to. Because they're still sneaking a lot of troops through our stuff here, but 25 units, a Sea Father, Hydromancy. I mean, I could teleport up there and kill him. Just don't really think it's worth it right now. Not enough herbs. Gotta use some of these birds. Still don't really know what's over here, so. All right, we're gonna do this. It's an insane choice, but we're gonna go for it anyway. Then I'm just going to keep exploring in these other directions. Let's see how this goes. Resource system is great, but it can backfire sometimes if you start in a very unfortunate location. Yeah, I mean, I guess in our first run, we were really in the north, so getting around and trying to get herbs was really difficult. Picked the game up recently, haven't had time to master it. No, it's literally my first day. I did not play it before today's stream. Grounds for keeping a save and not ending a run midway because of one wrong battle. I think that's fair. I also think we're at the point where one wrong battle is not going to necessarily cost us. I wonder, did anyone else here become primal because of these guys? I wish there was a way to see. Demonic Locust. Whoa. Words of Sacrilege. Adds confusion. Harbingers of Armageddon and Heralds of the Demon Lords, from smoking cracks on the ground they crawl forth to lead the faithful astray and bring turmoil and strife. Cool. Yeah, Primal Great Boars. Whoa. They get another 9 HP on extra strength, 3 magic resistance, and an extra 1 to their top damage. Just for like a turn passing. How come you guys aren't really casting spells here? Swiftness. Beholder casts Disintegrate. Why were you casting it up there? We cast a bunch of bark skins. Swiftness. Beholder casts no spell, no spell, no spell, no spell. Hydra's Blessing, sleep. I guess he doesn't have range. Okay, that looked worse than it was. Anti-magic. Flame Storm. Okay, it's not great though. Beholder starts casting Terror. Hydra's Blessing. Range 6, range 0, range 6, range 8. So I don't know, like, why isn't he casting lightning resistance on people if he can cast one of all of these spells every turn? I'm not really sure how it works, so. Problem when you have too much spells have ranges, yeah. Mage line's too far back, yeah. Well, I guess he is moving up bit by bit, so. Pew, pew. Frozen Heart. Enslave. Oh, he resisted. Dude, can you imagine if I enslave these archmages? Confusion, Disintegrate, Poison Mist. Yeah, okay, this Beholder is pretty nice. Just disintegrated something for like 300 damage. Archmage resists the Enslave again. Frozen Heart, Confusion, Tear. This guy cast a bunch of anti-magic spells. Maybe it was this guy. Anti-magic. So yeah, he gave everybody like magic resistance +2. Terror. You guys might want to accept that enslavement. Confusion, Disintegrate. Hydra's Blessing. What is Hydra's Blessing? Gone Berserk. Oh, it's regeneration. Oh yeah, that's real nice. All right, that's one mage down. Guys, maybe don't attack the electric fence. We enslaved the snake familiar. I'll take it. Bloodstone Ring, Trader's Medallion, Star Sapphire, Soul Contract with Asmodeus, an Amulet of Hate. And we're on a library now too, a library level 3. Yeah, the Beholder holds all the bees. Boy, he's got a lot of bees. So this monster boar has did a contract with Asmodeus. He now summons a storm demon at the beginning of every battle. What did you get? A Ring of Shadows and a Bloodstone Ring. 10 HP. I mean, sure. You picked up a Trader's Medallion, giving you gold and trade per month. Ooh, that's real nice. You picked up a Star Sapphire, Void Magic +1, but low magic resistance. Do you have Void Magic? No. Amulet of Hate, rank +2, Charm Immunity, Berserker on a Leogryph. Like maybe I want to put that on you. You also have all these never healing festering wounds. Oh man, you lost an eye, you're blind, you have battle fright. Twitch tab is using a whole gig of RAM? Yuck. Sometimes it just be the most absurd stuff possible. So how does this work? Visit library. Study druidism spells or research the history of Elysium. I assume I probably need to split the beholder out here if I want him to. Okay. He can do a ritual of mastery for 600 gold. But I assume that would give him like level 3 everything. Need to have their beholder as a leader, yeah. Okay, first off, what is the history of Elysium? Oh! Ages ago, Terra sent a group of large ships to explore and settle new lands, and that was how the first humans made it to Elysium. Not many records remain of Terra, but it is remembered for being the center of civilization where great magical marvels are constructed more than anywhere else. One of the greatest wonders they constructed were the ships capable of crossing the void and exploring new planes, which resulted in the discovery of Elysium. That was so long ago that nothing remains of the ship except the pieces of wood that are on display in the library. Terra was also a very peaceful place where people could travel between villages without being ambushed by wild beasts. The aggressive nature of Elysium must have come as a shock to the first settlers, who probably didn't realize the danger they were in when they saw a moose for the first time. No, none of us really do. Luckily, the explorers were well armed and managed to survive long enough to establish a few villages, enough to get humans a foothold in Elysium. The settlers from Terra would soon discover this place was inhabited by strange, ugly men of short stature. They became known as dwarves. Luckily, the dwarves seemed reasonably friendly and only lived in the mountains, making plenty of space for men. The dwarves, being skilled artisans and not impossible to trade with, made settling here a little easier. Since that time, humanity has come a long way, and now we have countless small villages and even a few major towns. Mines have not been possible to establish, as all the ore can be found are already being mined by the dwarves. Wildlife still is a large problem, and the attacks from the beasts are getting worse all the time. In the long run, more forests must be cut down to spread civilization and keep the beasts away. But for now, we have to fortify the towns and villages as well as we can. Luckily, the beasts have trouble attacking fortifications, and that's something we have to take advantage of. Another potential problem is the dwarves. Even though they seem to lack females, new dwarves appear at an alarming rate. The amount of new dwarves might become a problem when they wander off in search of new homes. Cool. Very, very cool. So you can just study new fire spells, eh? Fire resistance, for example. But I guess we have to save up 600 gold to get what we really want from him. Academy of Higher Magic. I gotta put somebody on defense. More loreful description of the age than you pick at the start. Yeah, I guess I assume that choice changes depending on what age you're in as well. Probably should just go to a grove if I'm going to do that. So, you have a Heart of the Forest. You're summoning stuff. Oh yeah, but you don't have like anybody in your army. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, we're pretty low on troops across the board right now, if I'm going to be real. So one more turn to mastery. Well, here's the thing. We don't really spend gold very often, so we can chill out on that front and just focus on spending herbs. And boy, are we gonna need to spend some herbs. That's a lot of boars. It's a lot of boars. It's big pigs. We're getting some big pigs up in here. Part of me is like, do I just keep him in this army right now? Guess so. It's probably the safest thing to do. As we keep exploring. Pick up the animals standing around? I think you can. I guess I don't know why I don't. All the mooses and bears. Yeah, you know, I probably could. I guess I just see them as defensive. But I guess I don't really need that. So transfer units. All these bears, all these moose. Yeah, alright. I mean, there's like 8 of them in a group. It certainly makes good reason to take them. Up here, there's a lot less stuff. So I think I will just have this guy do some big summons. I'd really like to get one of those primal creatures so they can start getting upgrades. Oh, my village! Leaders are like the most valuable resource. Yeah. Don't think we're gonna live this one, boys. Oh. That guy really just teleported. Come on, man. Why are you giving me 3 of the same creature? Give me all them, give me all them, give me all them. 2, 1, 8. You can't summon birds, can you? Not yet, but I might be able to teach you. I don't understand how there's not more ancient forests around. Like, I feel like we've been exploring a lot and not finding any. Wish the druid could use ancient forests like fortresses. I mean, you can summon a lot of stuff there, and your summons there are really powerful, so. But it does feel like they should focus as citadels as well. Can I make more ancient forests? Only from shadow forests? Another black dog. Another black dog. Woodman. I don't want woodmen. But I guess it's nice to have some defense there. A young Davala on this iron mine. You don't say. That is unfortunate for you. This guy doesn't have a big army either. Stonespire, there's a red keep. Stonespire would be nice considering how close it is to this grove. That's the one with the red dragon on it. Dwarves pretty much ants, yeah. I mean, these guys keep coming out and just like claiming all the hamlets and stuff, but the dwarves keep Basically, them and the dwarves just keep fighting each other, and they're fighting each other around all my forests, so it's not really the end of the world. Oh, well, you're dead. I don't have to watch that. Didn't even have ballistas or a gate. One of these days, we'll get rid of all of them. I'm going to let you do another mystic and another great. Pigs, 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 pigs. All right. It's exploring time. Take that. Take that. Take that next. Oh, if your army is exhausted while airborne, it will land at the end of the turn unless it is also floating, possibly drowning or failing into an enemy army. So that's what happened to our birds really early on. For those of you who remember when the birds landed in the ocean and did not unland. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are in trouble. I don't know quite how to save you. I don't think I can. Birds. I mean, they might just ignore me. I am a god, after all. What a cruel and intoxicating innocence. What is this? That's an ancient forest. I was like, what's this weird... Oh. 2 Venus flytraps. Excellent. About goddamn time we found another ancient forest. What did I need for this? 600 gold? That's not a small amount of money, honey. Have libraries now? So many pigs. Gotta love having some pigs. All right, well, thank God we get another one of these. Kind of rude here, dwarves, if I'm gonna be real. I sort of feel like I need to make a bunch of plants here, because they keep walking through this area. And frankly, I find it annoying. Because they also just keep capping all of my stuff. Rye Tower. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, I think that's like their special. They can build those towers. So that means their homeland is probably down there. If I was to guess. Storm demons. I love that this pig summons a storm demon. I just love the idea of a pig who's made a deal with Asmodeus. Kill one of my moose. Is it just me, or does the boulder attack like everything around him? I feel like he's often killing very random stuff. A sea father. Sea fathers have devoted their life to the study of the sea. It's believed that their founder thought that the sea was best studied in the sea and far below the surface, because all members of the order must learn how to breathe underwater. The rite of acceptance for becoming a full sea father requires the subject spend an entire day underwater without drowning. Now, this kind of seems like maybe a character I should buy, because I could explore the sea. Not really. I'm just assuming this because of the way, like how important the sea is in Dominions. Heart of the Forest. Lord of the Wild. Yes! Sacred Moose. So these woods are now ours. And we have a Sacred Moose finally in that army. You can explore the sea, but the sea is worthless. You can't cap resource nodes without an amphibious army. Oh. Ew. Good to know. There's a lot of animals in these woods. I guess I could steal a bunch of them. Because why not? My Academy of Higher Magic. She is just summoning hordes of snakes over the walls. Currently, this Enchanted Gate is winning this fight for me. Oh. When one Enchanted Gate fell, both of them fell. Interesting. Yeah, I'm basically going to leave this guy down here to guard this army, yeah. We'll take that back. That won't take long. Ancient Forest. Ancient Forest. Cast Lord of the Wilds, but I honestly might just Fairy Path down there. Because that guy doesn't have Heart of the Woods. And that's kind of the most important one here. So that's set now. We have another forest. Still can't deal with these like random dwarves moving through our lands. But again, it's the hopes is like as we produce these large armies of wolves and stuff that maybe they will help deal with it all. The computer also can't see when I am in the woods, so it becomes kind of quick to be able to attack them. Isis. Now that you're on an ancient forest, I wouldn't mind you summoning some characters. Also, probably learning a better spell would be good. And then I'm actually going to Fairy Path you back here. I know that was kind of a big waste, but I'm fine with it. So how do we do here? Storm Demon? Storm him. Yeah, see, this Beholder seems like he is shooting off in random directions. Like he's randomly casting Disintegrate. And I think sometimes he hits someone with it. Yeah, like he just killed someone there on my own team for 170 damage. And I'm not sure why he does that. I mean, I get he has a beholder. Yeah, he just killed another guy there. Stop shooting people. He's killing bushes. Oh. I don't want to lose my hut, but I don't think I have a choice. Graveyard is spawning units. Keep looking around that way. Sorry, you were meant to stay on that forest and then recruit units. I made a goof him up. Made a little goof him up there. Don't know if he's just killing bushes. I guess it did seem like that. I'd believe that. So we only need to kill him to win. Hard to say if we can do that without any ranged units. The locusts. They feared him. The beholder can disintegrate the walls themselves. That's badass. That's badass as hell. That's hella badass. Soon 600 gold. I guess it would help if I spend some of their turns picking up gold. Seem to go okay. Yeah, see, all my territory back here has been taken. That's where all my money is. My hut. My God, he's summoning mushrooms. Okay, I don't love losing my hut. I'll tell you that much. Blackwater. I don't know where that is. That's all money up there too. Do we still have that silver mine? Where was that? I'm so forgetful. I remember there being a dwarven silver mine that was worth a ton of money. But maybe when we took that, it stopped being a silver mine. Abel. 46 units, 22 units. You definitely need to do some serious recruitment, or somebody else needs the ferry path down here, which does not look like they can do. So I'm going to overrun, take a farm, keep looking around, I guess. No more unclaimed ancient forests in Elysium. The hunt will advance on the bastions of civilization instead. I am really curious about this spell. Oh, I could fairy path out. I guess you're right. You raise a good argument, young man. And then I can recap all these points up here. Pick up some aminals. The autumn is here. Ooh, a citadel. Full of Bakimona and Tengu. Yeah, I could probably take you. I have 62 units in that army. I don't see why not. You wanted to go there, there, or there. It's all kind of the same. There we go. Now he's got major animal summoning. Damn it. It's hard when you're trying not to spend gold. It's difficult to hold that library. Seems like there's a lot of animals here. Maybe I can steal as well. No, maybe not. Just a bunch of plants. All right, let's see how these Bakemono do against a bunch of flying serpents. They're doing okay. Definitely doing better than I thought they would. Man, these guys really don't want to let me have any of these little hamlets. It's crazy how much they stay on top of them. Well, we did get a fortress out of it. Now, I don't know if we're going to be really keeping that fortress, but we do at least have it for the moment. Let's attack him. And then I'll have you... Nice. Some of the big white moose. In fact, can you do that again? Alright. Pigs. I could also summon another primal being, which I'm pretty tempted. Your army's strong enough to not be a target, but the AI wants its economy. Yeah. I mean, I can't blame it. Go, demon pig. Just crush it, man. Demon pig and a beholder. Once again, winter is here. I mean, I might as well keep taking these farms. Lots of serpents. Handful of big pigs. We should be able to get it next. Newton, sleep well, my dude. Hold your bees does shoot disintegration rays randomly in a circle if it has no enemy to target. I think if it has no enemy to target, or if its other spells don't have, like if it can't cast a different spell in that same slot, next turn we can do that ability. Yeah, he's got a big army now too. And the thing is like once we know where an ancient forest is, this one has a tree of crows and 7 murders of crows. once we know where it is, we can always just teleport back to it afterwards. So, visit library, Ritual of Mastery. 2,000 gold for the next one? This just bumps all of its spells to level 2. Fireball, Mass Combustion, Storm Wind, Summon Clouds, summons 25 cloud elementals. Take it easy, my dude. Keep shooting top left into nothing. Yeah. Think it's targeting a bush. It's quite possible. It's hard to see the bushes, so. That was not as good as I thought it was, especially for that kind of money. I guess you can maybe... Let's grab a few units. Or like... What other druidism spells are there? Oh, he can get different combat spells at libraries as well. Yeah, that's really good. But he's also got some really good spells. What are you calling out my iron collection? Maybe I'll sell some of that iron. Maybe I'll forget that I'm collecting iron in case I need it for something. We're gonna attack a bunch of birds. Sorry, trees. I didn't want to attack you. You left me no choice. We're getting some really good forest coverage on the map right now. So, Heart of the Wild, Lord of the Wild, and I don't know, that's bigger animals. 5 grizzly bears is quite a nice summon spell. Call Primal Being? Oh, I'm just short. All right, we'll wait one more turn. I got overzealous. Might as well add to my army if I'm going to do that then. Boop, 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 boop. I just want to see what other weird primal beings we can summon her, because they seem really good. I have noticed that the dwarves are not really around so much right now. I summoned another beholder. That certainly is a primal being. And he's gonna have to come back here and take that hut. They're the best one by far. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. What is that? Tundra. Okay. I feel like we have a great big hunk of this map. We've basically taken what I guess is like the northeastern corner of the continent. I have no idea how big the world is. I imagine it goes a bit more down here. 2 players eliminated. We know the dwarves are on the back foot. Blue is the illusionist. This guy is those Romans. The witch. And then I don't think we've seen Lamius at all. Brown? Or, oh, unless that's that guy. Then we haven't seen yellow at all, I don't think. So that's good. We got some investigations to do. We've got access to some primal planes. It is a large map. Huge map? Huge map. Not enormous. The second biggest one, so. Yellow's, oh, the Bakemono. Oh, yeah, okay, you're right. We have seen them then. Okay, so we've met everybody. Now our goal is really just to push them back and, like, I don't know, I guess lock down things. What I'd really like to do next is unlock more Grand Mastery spells, because I feel like there's a bunch of stuff in here. I don't know what it is, but I'd like to kind of have a hero who has, like, all of the spells. And I think that that would be a really, really good idea. Because who knows? There might be something in here that's like summon or create forests, right? So if I could do that, I could forest out this entire area, and then it's like nobody else can get through. Literally just like create a chain of forests across this. That's my hope. That's my goal. Rituals and spells different, right? Yeah. The different rituals. So, but we're going to have to do that in the next episode. So we'll see you back here tomorrow as we continue on this campaign. Until then, bye-bye.